Hey everyone, my name is Mizuki Yamada, working for films as an environment artist generalist. In this masterclass, we are going to go through D1 animation in Houdini using Apex, and we're going to create a really cool robot animation transforming from a jet into a robot, something like this. Apex is a new function that was introduced from Houdini 20 or Houdini 20.5, which will help us to create complex animation in procedural way. In week one, I'm going to explain about the really like basic knowledge about Apex and also what you need to make sure for your geometry before you start actually digging. And following the weeks, week 2, week 3, we are going to dive into like deeper part of it. So yep, let's get it started. Okay, let's get started. There are a couple of things that you need to make sure before you start actually leading in Apex. So I'm going to explain about it first. Here, we have load an object that I created in Maya. And what you have to make sure is to have naming attribute on primitives. Now we have like a couple of group based on the parts like arm A, arm B, base, and cylinder AB and hand. Those are like groups based on my outliner. Here you can see like we have arm A, arm B, and cylinder B, and base, and we have hand, and those groups are like created based on those namings. So let's convert those groups into naming attribute. You can use this name node, and if you turn on this name from group, you'll be able to create a name attribute from your groups. I think in default it is set to something else. It is set to piece and a wildcard, but you need to make sure to delete this piece and include everything, and also clear those number of namings. And then as a result, you will have good namings like this. You have arm A for these parts, and the arm B for these parts, and base, and cylinder A, cylinder B, and also hand. Cool. Now we no longer use those groups and also this material paths for now. So let's delete them. Group delete and the attribute delete. As a result, we have a robot arm which has only naming attribute. Cool. Now the geometry is ready for reading. Next, you need to create point on the position where you want to create league controllers. So let's create them using add node. Add. So you need to create point on the bottom of this base, and also you need to create point on this arm root point, and also maybe somewhere around here for the cylinder, and also here for the hand. So we need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 points. Let's create one and then move a bit around. And if you want to like snap this point onto your geometry, you can use this function. If you turn this one, you'll be able to snap point onto your geometry like this, which is really useful. Okay, now we got a point for this stand. So, and we need other 5 points on the arm B, arm A, hand, cylinder, cylinder B. Okay, we have all points created. Next, we need to make sure to have name attribute for on those points. And this time we are going to create attribute on points, not primitives. And each naming need to match with the a name attribute that we created here, because the weight capture will be automatically based on those naming, based on like name matching. We have like add node here, and let's add name on each points. Create name node, and change this class to points. And you need to manually select all points each by each and create, for example, this point 0 need to be maybe base. If you click this information here and then turn on name here. Yep. You can see name attribute is created and it's matching with what we have here. And you need to do same kind of treatment for all those 5 points. Good. Now our points are created and they have like good naming, which is matching with what we created here. After this node, you need to like make those points ready for leading. So create like a lead doctor node. I didn't do much for this node. The only thing that I did here is to turn on this initialize transforms. This will create like transform information for your digs. Without this, it won't work. And also we need to make sure those point has like parent relationship, because when we move this base, we want to make those arms and the cylinder follow the movement. So let's create the parent joints node. What I have to do is just hit enter in Vpod and create your parent point and then create your child point. So create base and arm B, and then also arm B maybe need to be parent for arm A, and the arm A need to be parent for hand. And then if you're happy with this, you can just hit the escape, I guess. Yep, now the parent are created. What those cylinders is a bit tricky. When this arm B moves, this like the left part need to follow arm B, and then this right side need to follow this arm A movement. So hit enter, and then this cylinder B need to be child of this arm B, and this cylinder A need to be child of arm A. Cool. Now all of them are ready for dealing, I guess. Next, we are going to create a bone capture attribute based on naming that we created. Okay, so let's create capture bone capture packed geometry. The first input will be your geometry, and the second input will be your skeleton. In here, you have to make sure to capture by attribute the name attribute that we created, and also we want the pack input and change this partition attribute as name. Cool. Now we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points like packed based on your parts, and also each part has a bone capture weight, bone capture attribute. Cool. Now the geometry is finally ready for digging. So let's create another node and then name it like geo weight captured. Maybe I don't know, make it popular and then change the shape to whatever. Like this. And also your skeleton. Maybe name it like the skeleton. If you want to see you want to see how actually dig and bone capture works, you can just create bone capture attribute. Bone dehome node, and put your geometry of the fasten bed, and then your skeleton to second third input, and then you can create big pause node onto this side, and then inside this here, and if you hit enter, you'll be able to see how the dig works. Good, it's working. Yep, all parts are capturing corresponding geometry, and parents is also working. Good. Now everything is ready for digging, and next we are going to dive into Apex part. Thanks.